Dear audience, a huge round of applause for our esteemed guest, please. A very warm and pleasant morning to all the distinguished guests, delegates, participants, and of course, our dear students. Today, as we embark on this journey of exploration and discovery, let us begin with a quote. Education is a passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. This quote reminds us the transformative power of education and the role it plays in shaping the future. So as we gather today, we are not just discussing ideas, we are laying foundation for a future where every learner has the opportunity to thrive and succeed. I'm so glad to say that this conference is witnessing high level of participation from all over the country. So I'm Dr. Sumi, Faculty of Education. With great pleasure, welcomes all the gathered here to the inaugural session of the National Conference on Shaping the Future of Education at 2047, organized by the Department of Education and Training, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, and express our gratitude for joining with us today. So as this is the inaugural session, we will begin by taking the blessing from the Almighty as our routine. Let's start with the program with a prayer. I call upon Dr. Samina Tabish, Assistant Professor, Department of Arabic, to the stage to recite the holy verses of Quran. Please, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك إن مع العسر يسرا فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب صدق الله العظيम. तर्जुमा, क्या हमने तुम्हारा सीना नहीं खोल दिया और तुम पर से बोझ भी उतार दिया जिसने तुम्हारी कमर तोड़ रखी थी, और हमने तुम्हारा जिक्र बुलंद किया। हाँ हाँ, मुश्किल के साथ आसानी है, और बेशक मुश्किल के साथ आसानी है। तो जब फारिग हुआ करो तो अपने रब की तरफ पलट जाया करो। Have we not uplifted your heart for you, O Prophet, relieved you of the burden, which weighed so heavily on your back and elevated your renown for you? So, surely with hardship comes ease. Surely with that hardship comes more ease. So once you have fulfilled your duty, strive in devotion, turning to your Lord alone with hope. Jazakumullah. Thank you.
Thank you, Samina ma'am, for the beautiful recitation and the knowledgeable verses. Now I request the IMC team to play the MANUU Tarana.
ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। आओ सफ़र यहाँ से करे आसमान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। इल्मो कमाल फज़लो शियारो शूर तक फैली है दिल नवाज महक दूर दूर तक। मिलता यहाँ निसाब है सारे जहान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। हर नक्शो रंगो बू से करो अपनी गुफ्तगू, आजाद दरसगाह की है ये भी जुस्तजू। सब फासला मिटाते चलो दरमियान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। ग़र्बो जुनूब से होके शर्क़ो वो शुमाल से आगे बढ़ो ख्याल मिला दो ख्याल से। चर्चा हो कायनात में हिंदुस्तान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। फसले सदा बहार से बस्ती बसी रहे। मिलकर दुआ करो कि ये खेती हरी रहे। साया रहे सरों पे किसी साहिबान का। आओ सफर यहाँ से करे आसमान का। ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का।
Thank you, IMC team. And we are so happy to share that this our Tarana, the beautiful lyrics of this Tarana is penned by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hassan sir, and which was recently launched on Foundation Day of MANUU. Thank you, sir. And first and foremost, it's my privilege to welcome our pillar of strength of the school, and I would rather say the Department of Education, the Dean of School of Education and Training, Professor Vanaja M., to this esteemed gathering. As a distinguished academician and leader in the field of education, ma'am, I am sure that ma'am's wealth of knowledge and experience will enrich our discussion in the conference. So under ma'am's leadership, the School of Education has achieved remarkable milestones, and we have been at the forefront of innovative educational practices. So the Integrated Teacher Education Program is one of the such initiatives by ma'am. So I welcome Professor Vanaja ma'am, Dean, School of Education and Training, for the welcome address and to give the introduction to the two-day national conference. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Sumi. Good morning, Adab and Namaste to the gathering. Respected Professor M. Jagdish Kumar Garu, Professor Saroj Sharma ji, our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor Ainul Hassan Saab, our Registrar, Professor Ishtiaq Ahmad Saab, OSD 1, Professor Shagusta Shaheen ji, OSD 2, Professor Siddiqui Mahmood Saab, HOD of the Department of Education and Training, Professor Shaheen Sheikh, dignitaries, invitees, delegates, students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Registrar, members of the management of MANUU, the fraternity of MANUU, and the Department and School of Education and Training, I extend a warm welcome to each and every member of the August gathering present here today. Today, the 29th February 2024, is indeed going to be recorded as a red letter day in the history of the School of Education and Training, a day which will be etched in the history of the department and the university too. I deem it a privilege to extend a warm welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Mamidala Jagdish Kumar ji, Chairman, UGC, for accepting our invitation and for his gracious presence with us in MANUU. Welcome, sir. I feel extremely elated to welcome our distinguished guest speaker, Professor Saroj Sharma ji, the chairperson NIOS, for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. Welcome, madam. I extend a warm welcome to our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Ainul Hassan Saab, OSD 1, Professor Shaguta Shaheen Madam, OSD 2, Professor Siddiqui Mahmood Saab, Registrar, Professor Ishtiaq Saab, Deans of the different schools who have assembled here with us, directors, HODs, principals, faculties of our colleges of teacher education who have joined us live, and two of them are present in the crowd today, the off-campuses, faculty, principals, distinguished invitees, conference participant, members of the press and electronic media, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, I extend a warm welcome to each and every one present here today. May I now request our Vice Chancellor Saab to please welcome our chief guest with a bouquet, please. Thank you, sir. May I now request our Vice Chancellor, sir, to present a floral bouquet to our guest speaker, Professor Saroj Sharma ji, please. May I request our HOD, Professor Shaheen Sheikh, to welcome our Vice Chancellor, sir, please. Thank you, sir. Since its inception, MANUU has primarily focused on the development of Urdu language, teaching and learning in different faculties, and the School of Education has been preparing quality teachers for Urdu medium schools. The first batch of the Dept program was started in 2001, followed by the establishment of the Department of Education and Training in 2004, with the addition of Bed programs in the school same year. The School of Education and Training was established in 2006 with the objective to prepare a community of excellent school teachers and teacher educators rooted in tradition and as well equipped for the future. The emphasis of the school is on the functional relationship between knowledge generation, theory development, and effective practice through Urdu medium. The School of Education and Training is well equipped in terms of faculty, which I would proudly say is more than a century and probably the biggest in the world, but definitely the biggest in Asia. And the infrastructure is being enhanced to reach the global standards as envisaged in NEP 2020. The network of MANUU colleges of teacher education is spread across the length and breadth of the country, with 8 colleges of teacher education located at Asansol, Aurangabad, Bhopal, Bidar, Darbhanga, Noon, Sambal, and Srinagar, supported with research departments at Hyderabad, Darbhanga, and Bhopal, in order to promote quality teacher education with proper value orientation. It works closely with the Urdu Millet and is designing strategies to empower the same by imparting qualitative, affordable, modern education at different levels, and helps to make major contribution to the field of education in general, teacher education in particular, and research pursuits in the form of doctoral programs. Department of Education envisions creating a community of excellent elementary, secondary teachers and teacher educators rooted in best tradition and well equipped for the bright future. The mission of the department is capacity building, knowledge creation, innovative practices, keeping abreast with the latest information in teacher education through Urdu medium, which is the need of the hour. The department offers diploma in elementary education, Bachelor of Education, Master of Education, and Doctor of Philosophy programs through Urdu medium in the Department of Training at MANUU headquarters as per the norms and procedures which we have adopted from 2014 also. In the academic year 23-24, we have launched the 4-year UG program in Humanities, Commerce, Science and Mass Communication as the 4Y UG Honors Research Degree programs and have adopted dual major program. The university started working on the implementation of the 4Y UG program in Jan 2023 and offered it for admission through CUET and completed the admissions in September 2023. And the first batch students have completed their first semester successfully, and the second semester classes are going on very smoothly. We have introduced holistic multidisciplinary undergraduate education that would help develop all capacities of human beings, intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, ethical, and moral in an integrated manner. Soft skills such as complex problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking, communication skills, and rigorous specialization in chosen fields of learning. We are offering the 4-year UG program of 3 and 4 year duration with multiple entry and exit points and re-entry options within this period with appropriate certifications. The 4-year multidisciplinary dual major bachelor's degree program was considered as the most suitable options since it would allow the opportunity to experience the full range of holistic and multidisciplinary education. At this juncture, I think we need to acknowledge the contribution of the NEP Implementation Committee comprising of Professor Rama Kondapalli, Professor Imtiaz Hussain, Professor Deepak Kumar, Professor Najmul Hassan and Dr. Rafi Mohammed, in which I was also a member in preparing the 4Y UG curriculum framework in MANUU. The role and commitment and cooperation of the deans of School of Languages, School of Social Sciences, School of Commerce, School of Mass Communication and Journalism, and School of Sciences, and the faculty of all the departments under these schools offering our 4Y UG courses is really commendable and praiseworthy, and would be nice if we could give a big round of applause for all these schools for successfully launching the program and carrying it on smoothly without much hindrances, sir. We are happy also to share that MANUU has started offering the 4-year integrated teacher education program from 23-24 session. The university has admitted 59 students to the ITEP program under the 3 streams, BSc B.Ed, BA B.Ed, BCom B.Ed through NCET, and even these students have finished their first semester and into the second semester, sir. Here also, I would just like to briefly present the timeline of the ITEP program, which we did. The process was initiated by constitution of a committee on 4th April 2022, and then the committee recommended for asking for the permission to start 4-year ITEP in MANUU. Then with the approval of the administration and support of the registrar, we applied on 26th May 2022. The NCTE inspection was held on 21st November 2022 with the involvement of the faculty and staff of the department. And I would also like to inform the House that the time we got for preparation for the inspection was just 2 hours. And with the support of the registrar, the director CIT, Professor Wahid, the director CPDMT, Professor Sami Siddiqui, our librarian, Professor Akhtar Parvez, our physical education department, and every other person connected directly or remotely, we could successfully convince the inspection team that we were ready for offering all the 3 programs, that is BSc B.Ed, BA B.Ed, and BCom B.Ed. And we did get a letter of intent with some queries. And here I would like to again recognize the contribution of Professor Ganta Ramesh, sir, who was then in the US. And we troubled him at midnight, and he was there for almost a week assisting us in replying to the queries. So with this, we finally could launch our program with a one-day conference, which was organized on the theme Unveiling New Horizons in Teacher Education, Prospects and Challenge in October 2023, in which the chief guest was Professor Chand Kiran Saluja, and we had a panel discussion on the same so that we could iron out the difficulties in implementation. And then we had another visit of hand-holding session by the NCTE member secretary, Madam Kesang Sherpa ji, Professor Chand Kiran Saluja ji, and the entire team from NCTE SRC. They came for a hand-holding session, but maybe it is not exaggeration if I say we could provide inputs of how they could take forward the ITEP, sir. So they were very happy with us, and we got an open invitation to apply for other programs in our other CTEs, and we would definitely be doing it in the next session, sir. So in the visit, they did have some questions to ask to our students, and they very comfortably answered whatever they had, and our students again had an interaction with the team, and they did answer some questions. They did ask some queries. The queries raised on various aspects related to admission procedures, the NCET procedure, the application in NCET. With their problems, they could show it to them. The recognition of the course in terms of recruitment they would be doing after 4 years, whether they would be recognized, and what would be the process, the scholarships which they should be getting, the multidisciplinarity, what is their future for PG. Each and every aspect the students have interacted with the team, sir, and they have really explained what their problems were. And so the hand-holding session was a win-win situation for both of us, where we got some of our problems clarified and they got some more inputs to take forward ITEP. So the videos of these interactions are posted on the NCTE website, and it's a great matter of great pride for the MANUU family that we have gone national and international with those videos, sir. So today we have gathered here to deliberate on shaping the future of education at 2047. That is the theme of our national conference. In 2047, as India celebrates its 100th year of independence, the government and we are all citizens visualizing a Viksit Bharat, a developed and prosperous India. It would not be an exaggeration to say that education would and definitely would take a center stage. So we realize that we must conceptualize an education system that empowers all Indians, fosters inclusive growth, and equips them for the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. India can empower its citizens with the enhanced knowledge and updated skills and values necessary to build a truly vibrant Viksit Bharat. It is a journey that requires solid commitment, collective effort, and a shared vision for a bright future. The possibilities are endless, and the journey to Viksit Bharat begins with each child, every teacher, every citizen, and the community as a whole. Taking a step forward, guided by the light of knowledge and empowered by the spirit of innovation. The Department of Education, MANUU, realized the need for a comprehensive examination of various facets of education to determine their collective contribution towards shaping a dynamic and empowered India by 2047 and conceived this two-day conference. I once again extend a warm welcome to each and everyone present here to join us in this academic endeavor, and let's all lead the nation through its mission of attaining Viksit Bharat. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for the comprehensive overview of the School of Education and Training, the initiatives of MANUU, and about the conference. Thank you so much, ma'am. As we delve into the discussions about the future of education, it's important to understand the role of our institutions in shaping this future. So to shed light on this, we have with us our registrar, Professor Ishtiaq Ahmed, who plays a pivotal role in the administration of our university. So with his vast experience and deep understanding of our institution, Sir will definitely provide us with the valuable insights into the university's vision and mission. For that, I welcome Sir to give a brief introduction about our university to the delegates. Please, Professor Ishtiaq Ahmed, Registrar, Maulana Azhar National Urdu University.
Thank you very much. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan Sahab, most respected UGC Chairperson, Professor M. Jagdish Kumarji, respected NIOS Chairperson, Professor Saroj Sharmaji, and other dignitaries on the dais, and many other dignitaries of the dais, and our dear faculty members and students. Indeed, it's a great pleasure for all of us, especially for me also, that Professor M. Jagadish Kumarji, Chairman University Grants Commission, is participating in a national seminar shaping the future of education at 2047 and visiting our campus probably for the first time upon the invitation of Honorable Vice Chancellor and Dean, School of Education and Technology. Give a big hand to Honorable Chairperson. With your permission, sir, I am happy to present a brief introduction of MANUU, the Maulana Azad National Urdu University, before the Honorable Chairperson. This university has completed 25 years recently. It was established by an Act of Parliament in January 1998 with All India jurisdiction. The university under the Act is mandated to promote, preserve, and develop the Urdu language to retain its indigenous identity and also to impart vocational and technical education in Urdu medium through the regular as well as the distance mode of education, that is ODL, with a focus on women education and women empowerment. Recently, in the year 2022, the university has been accredited with NAC A+, that is 3.36. Give a big hand to our leadership. The university is offering courses and programs from elementary to higher education in general, professional, technical, and vocational stream. The university has emerged into a preferential destination, academic destination, as an institution of higher learning for Urdu medium of education at national level for the underprivileged section to bring them into the mainstream of higher education and also reaching the unreached through distance education, that is ODL. Sir, if we talk about the vision, the university has the vision to provide and promote quality higher education and research through Urdu and be recognized as the leading institution for academic excellence. It has mission to disseminate knowledge through the medium of Urdu, to impart quality education, that is higher education in Urdu through regular and distance mode, to provide highest quality of teaching, learning and research environment to the students, to produce linguistically and socially responsible graduates who could make substantive contribution in the society and nation. MANUU is committed on many accounts, especially on promoting continuous improvement in teaching and learning, fostering research culture, facilitating the spirit of scholarship in students, establishing, maintaining, and expanding green campus involving stakeholders in the activities that affect them. We also believe in a campus where a biodiversity environment is maintained. Sir, the Act of Parliament empowers MANUU to promote and develop the Urdu language through all means available to it and all opportunities provided to it. MANUU's march of certainty in the realization of its objectives can be witnessed from its programs of study, which are in keeping with not only the traditional streams, traditional branches of learning, but also are relevant with the present disciplines of knowledge. MANUU started offering its educational programs from the year 1998 itself through distance education mode, and from 2004 through on-campus regular mode. The campus regular programs are offered through 7 schools. We have 7 main schools, those are School of Arts and Social Sciences, School of Commerce and Business Management, School of Education and Training, School of Journalism and Mass Communication, School of Languages, Linguistics and Indology, School of Sciences, School of Technology, means Computer Science and Information Technology. We have 19 departments, 8 centers also. There are some specialized centers. Those all are funded by the UGC, and for that we look forward to the major support from the UGC. These centers are a study of social exclusion and inclusive policy, Center for Information Technology, Center for Professional Development of Urdu Medium Teachers, that is CPDUMT, Center for Urdu Culture Studies, Center for Women Studies, and H.K. Sherwani Center for Dakkan Studies, and Instructional Media Centre, that is our most popular media center. Hopefully, sir will visit the media center. And our Malviya Mission Teachers Training Program, that is MMTC, formerly it was known as UGC HRDC. Sir, ensuring access to quality education at all level and that no individual is left out in the system. MANUU caters to students from primary to postdoctoral level through its 2 satellite campuses, 8 college of teachers education located as 8 different places, 5 polytechnics, 3 ITIs at 3 different places, 3 Urdu model school spread across the country. In addition to the above, the university offers programs through distance mode. MANUU distance education program are designed to reach the unreached class, unreached section of the society. And this ODL program had been very popular, and due to some issues, it were in a not on the good track. But in the past 2-3 years, with the help of our leadership, Professor Sayyid Anul Hasan Sahab, Professor Ghanta Ramesh Sahab, and the dedicated team working under Professor Razaullah Khan Sahab, we have resolved various issues, and some of our program are running well on track. Besides, sir, we have an all India character, and since the distance mode of education cannot function without our different offices. So we have 9 regional centers at different places. It is Bangalore, Bhopal, Darbhanga, Delhi, Kolkata, West Bengal, Mumbai, Patna, Ranchi, and Srinagar. I have mentioned about city colleges also. We have, besides that, we have sub-regional centers also. And with this all India character, we are trying to deliver the best that can be given to the unreached section of the society. Another important thing, sir, as far as the student enrollment and academic achievement is concerned, this is very important area for us. MANUU is committed to provide access to the quality education to all deserving students, immaterial of their socio-economic backgrounds, gender, religion, and disability. As I mentioned, we offer 27 PG programs, 15 UG programs, 2 PG diploma, 19 diploma programs, including technical diploma programs through polytechnics, and 9 certificate courses. Besides, there are some other specialized diploma and other courses also that university is planning, and university has already launched in accordance with the National Education Policy 2020. Inclusion and diversity is another important area that is very much in the vision of MANUU. The university makes every effort in providing an apt environment for the holistic development of its students. In the year 2022-23, MANUU welcomed students from around 20 states and more than 200 cities and towns across the India. It has also attracted 20 scholars from abroad for PhD and other advanced researches. Some significant achievements are the year 2022 was a silver jubilee year for the MANUU, and on this occasion it has a mission for enriching and empowering the future generation, especially women, with appropriate knowledge and skills. In line with this, MANUU has started 2 new programs, that is MA in Legal Studies and PhD in Dakkan Studies, and in other centers also. Those all are based on the skill development level. It has been designed to promote the skill development courses. As I said, sir, in the preceding year, 2022, was marked by the National Assessment and Accreditation by NAC, and we had reason to celebrate our achievement. We were given 3.36 score, that is A+ by the NAC. The university has been striving to achieve sustainable development goals, which have led to the recognition in natural resource management, such as National Water Award 2022 that was given by the Ministry of Water Resources to our university. Honorable Vice Chancellor received that award. Again, sir, as far as the green campus and maintenance of the campus is concerned, the government of Telangana visited our campus twice and thrice, and last year we got first Gold Garden Award from the Department of Horticulture, Government of Telangana. Sir, NEP 2020 implementation is major target for the MANUU fraternity. New courses have been launched as per the recommendations of NEP. Vocational courses at PG level like MLT, it is Medical Lab Technology, MIT, Medical Imagining Technology, and most important, sir, that is fashion designing and interior designing courses have also been started and under the leadership of our visionary Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan sir. This is to create or develop a multi-dimensional approach as far as our studies are concerned, and to suit the demands of industry and develop entrepreneurship among the students. Undoubtedly, MA in legal studies, BA LLB integrated program are another new areas. We are already we have submitted our application to BCI, that is Bar Council of India, and any moment inspection team will visit, and hopefully we will be launching 5 years integrated BA LLB program under the leadership of the university. Apart from these, the university takes full interest in all the programs. I have seen that G20 Connect program was very popular on the campus, and we have organized various events, activity, and our students have not only participated at university level, but they have made their remarkable presence outside the Hyderabad, outside the Telangana at various fora at India level. Our cultural clubs is another important area. I must like to congratulate our leadership, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan Sahab, Professor Jaisi Sahab. These cultural clubs have been strengthened with the vision of the Vice Chancellor to promote literary and cultural activities among students. In a short span of time, our students have presented MANUU all throughout the India and bagged literary and cultural trophies with their hard works. Give a big hand to our students. Sir, we have a number of MOUs. We have signed a number of MOUs in the past 2-3 years. Collaborative efforts are going on, and one or two important MOUs that I would like to share that has been signed between our Deccan Studies Center and IIT Hyderabad. It is, sir, it is through the Department of Design, Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, and HK Sherwani Center for Deccan Studies, MANUU, for the establishment of a virtual museum through the use of artificial intelligence in heritage preservation. This is being positioned as an innovative and effective approach to document, showcase, and protect the cultural legacy of the region. A complete project proposal has already been submitted and developed and submitted by the faculty members to the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Please give a big hand to Professor Salma Ahmad Farooqi for taking this initiative and making it successful under the dynamic leadership of our Vice Chancellor. She has also signed an MOU with the US Consulate General, and a rare collection of a great scholar, Umar Khalidi, was provided through shipment by the US Department, and she has established a beautiful collection, a beautiful rare books library at the Deccan Studies. Many other areas that Deccan Study is touching is in collaboration with Society for Indian Ocean Studies, and recently she had organized a 2 days workshop in reading manuscript, inscriptions and manuscript of Deccan with the help of Archaeological Survey of India. Sir, our Malviya Mission training, teachers training is another very important center, not only in Manu but all over India. And in the past also, it has got appreciation by the UGC and ministry. It is running, many courses, various type of courses like refresher courses, like short-term courses, faculty development programs, and what is important to share that on NEP orientation and sanitization programs. So far, university in a short span of 2 months, university has conducted 4 detailed workshop and program. A good number of teachers from all over the India have participated in it. So our this MMTC is working very well, and previously also they had organized online workshop on the implementation of NEP 2020. Next, sir, there are many points that we can share with you, like we have a Prime Minister. Yes, I'm coming down. Some points like Prime Minister Kausal Vikas Yojana. It is very much successful, as one of the project that has been given by the government of India. Around 235 people who registered and who got their training in the vocational stream, they have been absorbing job. We have some major projects like ICMR projects, our faculty members. Professor Wahid from School of Technology, he had the MIT project of 95 crore. Recently it was awarded. UNFPA project, UNESCO projects, etc., and many other MOUs and collaborations are going on. As far as the initiative of UGC and direction of the ministry is concerned, Chairman sir, let me share with you that whatever initiatives or directions comes from the UGC, recently you had given a student grievance notification. It was a gazette notification to establish. We had already that, but in the light of your recommendation and in the light of the gazette notification, we have implemented it. We have reconstituted it in totality. As far as the institutional development plan is concerned, I follow you, means UGC web page and all that. And this, I am happy to share with you that our university is very serious as far as the development of institutional development plan is concerned. I would also share with you that recently Honorable Prime Minister of India inaugurated 3 of our buildings, academic complex, through online mode that was constructed under HEFA project. As far as Samarth module is concerned, we are working very seriously on that, and out of 40, 15 modules are being used on the campus, 10 still we are working, and some 2 days back we had a review meeting with the Additional Secretary Barnawal Sahab, and we are trying in a short span of time to do the best so that our financial modules are also implemented. Sir, as far as the mission mode is concerned, MANUU is one among the very few university that has got appreciation from the Ministry of Education by none other than but the Secretary, Ministry of Education. We have a very solid, recently developed incubation center. I know, sir, professor of practice, you had been talking a lot to the university. We have a professor of practice also, Professor Rama Madam sitting here. She is professor of practice. Her guidance and contribution is always appreciated. And with this, we are working in many directions to achieve that has not been touched or that has not been covered so far. As far as the parliamentary questions, parliamentary matters, SC, ST, OBC, representation, their roster and all that is concerned, MANUU is very sensitive to that. MANUU is again sensitive to the issues of women and gender issues. Sir, it's a good opportunity to know our institution. You have time and you will interact and you know many more things that probably we do not know. But with this visit, we do hope, and our faculty members, our teaching and non-teaching staff, they have a lot more expectation from you. And we do hope that in future, your blessing will be with MANUU. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for giving such a beautiful introduction and description of our Pictures Q's campus and the university and about the achievements, initiatives, and programs at MANUU. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on, it's an honor to have with us today a distinguished leader in the field of education, a lady with the power, as the chairperson of the National Institute of Open Schooling, Professor Saroj Sharma, ma'am. And she has been active in promoting inclusive and accessible education for all. We can see that the experience and the expertise ma'am has played a great role in achieving the landscape of education in our country. So we are privileged to have ma'am with us today to share her insights and wisdom. So before I welcome ma'am for her speech, I request Professor Siddiqui Muhammad Mahmood sir, ISD 2 Maulana Azad National Urdu University, to give a brief introduction about our guest speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Sumi, for providing me this wonderful opportunity. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Enrichment Sahab, Mire Karwan, Maulana Azad National University. Our chief guest, today's chief guest, Professor Jagdish Ji, the chairperson UGC. Our guest speaker, Professor Saroj Sharma. Other distinguished dignitaries on the dais, including our registrar, Professor Ishtiaq Ahmed, our dean, Professor Vaneja, our OSD 1, Professor Shagufta Shaheen, and our HOD, Professor Shaheen Sheikh. All other dignitaries of the dais, including deans, directors, HODs, distinguished guests from other universities or neighboring universities like Usmania University, then HCU, etc., etc. All the teachers, dear students and scholars. Indeed, it's a great privilege for me to introduce our guest speaker, Professor Saroj Sharma, the chairperson NIOS. Though the responsibility of introducing our chief guest, Professor Jagdish Ji, is given to my colleague, Professor Shagufta Shaheen, but I can't skip by welcoming our chief guest by saying, Sir, UGC Chairman Sir, आप तो आप हैं, आपकी बात क्या, आपसे जो मिला वो आपका हो गया. Coming to the introduction of our guest speaker, Professor Saroj Sharma Ji. मैडम, समझ में नहीं आता कि आपका इंट्रोडक्शन मैं कैसे करूं. हमारे उर्दू में एक कपलेट है कि न खुदा ही मिला न विसाले सनम, न खुदा ही मिला न विसाले सनम, न इधर के रहे न उधर के रहे, लेकिन आप तो हर तरफ की हैं. आप देखिए MSc बॉटनी, MA सोशियोलॉजी, MEd, MBA, MPhil and PhD in education. A long list of qualifications. Field of interest को अगर देखें तो कौन सा ऐसा फील्ड है जिसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट नहीं है? अगर वो होता तो मैं शायद मेरे लिए आसान होता. But it's very difficult to cover all the fields. Her academic vision infuses following focused areas in contemporary education scenario. Number 1, innovation and good practices in teaching. Number 2, values, citizenship, and moral education with Indian ethos. Environmental concerns and sustainable development in education. Use of ICT in education and virtual education. Inclusive education at all levels. Paradigm shifts in education infusing national and global concerns. बहुत सारे एरियाज ऑफ इंटरेस्ट हैं और मैडम इन सब में काम कर रही हैं और मुझे ये बताते हुए बड़ी खुशी महसूस हो रही है कि इन तमाम चीज़ों के बावजूद बहुत ही सिंप्लिसिटी मैडम के अंदर पाई जाती है. मैं क्या कहूँ मैडम, ये आपका जो इंट्रोडक्शन है, under the umbrella of your smile, I would like to say this is going to be a memorable introduction for you with a few couplets in Urdu. उधर देखिए आप, गुफ्तगू हो तो समात का मजा आता है, गुफ्तगू हो तो समात का मजा आता है, गुफ्तगू स्पीच, गुफ्तगू हो तो समात का सुनने का मजा आता है, रूबरू हो सामने हो तो बसारत का मजा आता है, देखने का मजा आता है। गुफ्तगू हो तो समात का मजा आता है, रूबरू हो तो बसारत का मजा आता है। फूल झड़ते हैं कभी, अभी आप देखेंगे कि कैसे फूल झड़ते हैं, फूल झड़ते हैं कभी, शोले लपकते हैं कभी, उसकी बातों में खिताबत का मजा आता है। और आखिरी शेर आपकी समातों के हवाले कि गुफ्तगू शुस्ता और मुलाकात में हद्द आदाब, गुफ्तगू शुस्ता और मुलाकात में हद्द आदाब, उससे मिलिए तो शराफत का मजा आता है। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, sir, for introducing ma'am in such an engaging way. And now I would like to request ma'am to deliver her speech. Professor Saroj Sharma, Chairperson NIOS.
Respected Professor Jagdish Kumar ji, who is source of inspiration for all of us who are the stakeholders of academia. Dynamic leader of MANUU, Professor Syed Anul Hassan ji. Key person of this national seminar, Professor Vanaja ji, who is Dean of Education Department over here. All the dignitaries who are sitting on the dais, and I can see many dignitaries who are sitting off the dais, faculty members, dear students. आपका नूर हर दिल में समाए, आपके फन की तारीफ हर जुबां सुनाए, रब से दुआ है हमारी शोहरत की बुलंदियों पे मानू ही मानू नजर आए। I congratulate Department of Education, MANUU of course, for organizing this national workshop on such an enchanting topic. It talks about shaping the future of education at 2047. From 1947 to 2047, our Prime Minister says that next 25 years are of Amrit Kal. अमृत जो मरे नहीं, sustainable रहे. When world is talking about sustainable development goals by 2030, 2020 तक हम नहीं पा पाए थे मिलेनियम 20 goals को, और हमने उसको 10 साल के लिए बढ़ा दिया. Honorable Vice Chancellor was discussing with me कि दक्खन में थोड़ा उर्दू की जरूरत है कि इस उर्दू तालीम को बढ़ाया जाए. मैं बहुत कॉन्शियसली आपका तराना सुन रही थी, और तराना में जो बात हुई थी आसमान छूना है, और उर्दू जबान की जो बात हुई थी, हैदराबाद की सरजमीन गंगा जमुनी तहजीब का बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण है. और उर्दू यहाँ पे अगर फ्लोरिश हो तो इससे अच्छी बात नहीं हो सकती. कोशिश रहेगी हिंदुस्तानी जबान में बात करूं. राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति भारतीय भाषाओं के संवर्धन की बात करती है, इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस. और अब जब आप मेरा परिचय दे रहे थे और फूल झड़ने की आपने बात कही थी तो बड़ा डर गई थी मैं कि फूल ना झड़े और सिर्फ समस्याओं की बात हुई तो क्या होगा. तो मुझे लगता है ये जो कॉन्फ्रेंस है प्रॉब्लम्स के सॉल्यूशन देने की बात करता है. बाय 2047 हम गोल्स को कैसे अचीव करें जिससे सस्टेनेबिलिटी हो. इस इंडियन नॉलेज ट्रेडिशन का आपने मेरा परिचय दिया. तालीम तो तब भी थी जब हम अंधकार में थे. गुफाओं में जब इंसानी उंगलियों ने लकीर खींचना शुरू किया। तालीम वहां से शुरू हुई। हजारों साल तालीम बढ़ती रही, खानदानों में, कम्युनिटी में, देश में, दुनिया में अलग अलग पड़ावों से तालीम बढ़ती रही। और जब हिंदुस्तान की बात आती है, हमारे यहाँ बहुत सारे कमीशन हुए, आजादी के पहले भी, आजादी के बाद भी। एक ऐसा समय भी आया जब मदरसों की शिक्षा, गुरुकुलों की शिक्षा एक विशेष स्कीम के तहत हमारी जुबान खत्म हो गई। मैं बटाले की बात कर रही हूँ। और जब जुबान खत्म हुई तो हमारे रोजगार खत्म हुए। रोजगार जब खत्म हुए तो हम इलिटरेट देश के रूप में आजाद हुए। जो पहले पूरा राष्ट्र था वो एक देश के रूप में, नेशन के रूप में आता है। और वहां पे राधा कृष्णन कमीशन 1949 में यूनिवर्सिटीज के डेवलप करने की बात करते हैं। तालीम का सफर जारी होता है। आप सब शिक्षा शास्त्र के विद्यार्थी हैं, एजुकेशन के हैं। 1952 में मुदालियर कमीशन सेकेंडरी एजुकेशन की बात करता है। कोठारी कमीशन आता है 1964 में, आप सबने पढ़ा होगा रिकमेंडेशन। इंडियन एजुकेशन कमीशन शिक्षा के हर चीज को छुआ कोठारी कमीशन ने। और जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात कोठारी कमीशन ने कही, टीचर इज शेपिंग फ्यूचर ऑफ इंडिया इन द क्लासरूम। हम आप बहुत सारे शिक्षक हैं, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन है, शिक्षकों को तैयार करता है। वनजा जी ने भी बहुत सारे कोर्सेज की बात की कि आईटेप भी हम ला रहे हैं, 2 ईयर 1 ईयर, ये सब आगे आएगा। टीचर इज द टॉर्च बेयरर ऑफ द सोसाइटी। जब कोठारी कमीशन फ्यूचर शेप करने की बात करता है, न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 1986 में कंप्यूटर एजुकेशन लेकर आती है और बहुत लंबे इंतजार के बाद नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 आती है, जो अब तक के पड़ावों को, जिसकी बात ये कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहा है बाय 2047, इट इज टचिंग एवरी एस्पेक्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन। ऑनलाइन एंड डिस्टेंस मोड पे आज चर्चा हो रही थी कि हम कैसे उसको आगे बढ़ाएं। और मनु का एक ऑब्जेक्टिव ये भी है, आई एम रिप्रेजेंटिंग नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग ओवर हियर विच has mandate of out of school children and has also mandate reaching to unreached। दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी ये विद्यालयी शिक्षा के संस्थान है और 40 लाख विद्यार्थी एनरोल्ड हैं इसमें इस समय। हमारे लद्दाख से लेकर अंडमान निकोबार तक स्टडी सेंटर्स हैं और कैसे हर तबके को हम छुएं। और जिस अल्टरनेटिव एजुकेशन सिस्टम की बात होती है, करीब 5000 मदरसे हमसे जुड़े हुए हैं, 500 गुरुकुल हमसे जुड़े हुए हैं। आपको विश्वास नहीं होगा, इस समय देश में 10,000 बौद्ध मठ हैं, जैन मुनियों का है। तो इस तरीके का जो स्पिरिचुअल एजुकेशन है, जो अल्टरनेटिव एजुकेशन है, आईटीआई से हमारे एमओयू हैं। सर्टिफिकेशन पीएमजी दिशा में 2.25 करोड़ लोगों का सर्टिफिकेशन हम कर चुके हैं। अग्निपथ स्कीम हमारे पास है। आशा हेल्थ वर्कर, न केवल मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन, दूसरे मिनिस्ट्री से भी हमारे एमओयू हैं। और एनएसक्यूएफ कंप्लायंस कोर्सेज है। एनसीवीटी ने हमें अवॉर्डिंग बॉडी का दर्जा दिया है। ये सब किस लिए? बिकॉज NEP says access, equity, quality, skill development and that too under the ambit of भारत केंद्रित शिक्षा, जो हमें अपने वजूद का एहसास दिलाए। हम कौन हैं, क्या थे, क्या हो गए, क्या होंगे। जो डेलर कमीशन ने बात की थी बहुत पहले, जो मिलेनियम 2020 और मिलेनियम 2030 से पहले डेलर कमीशन यूनेस्को ने बनाया था। और 4 पिलर एजुकेशन की वेबसाइट में आप देखिएगा, यूनेस्को की रिपोर्ट है, लर्निंग द ट्रेजर विद इन। इट टॉक्स अबाउट लर्निंग टू नो, लर्निंग टू डू, लर्निंग टू बी एंड लर्निंग टू लिव टुगेदर। और पहली बार डेलर कमीशन ने एनवायरमेंटल एजुकेशन, पीस एजुकेशन, जेंडर एजुकेशन की बात की थी, जो बाद में विच ट्रांसलेटेड इनटू 8 गोल्स ऑफ मिलेनियम 2020। और अब हम 17 गोल्स की बात कर रहे हैं बाय 2030। NEP इसके आगे की भी बात करता है, यूनेस्को से बहुत आगे NEP बात करता है। हमारी पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी कैसे सस्टेनेबल रहे एजुकेशन को, भाषाओं का संवर्धन। NIOS is the only board we have 14 मीडियम्स, लैंग्वेजेस आप छोड़ दीजिए, भाषाएं तो 35 हैं हमारे पास. इन 17 मीडियम वी गिव इंस्ट्रक्शन टू स्टूडेंट्स. उर्दू इज वन ऑफ दैट मीडियम. और 10वीं और 12वीं में अलग अलग मीडियम्स में. और साइन लैंग्वेज को सबसे पहले न्यूजीलैंड के बाद NIUS ने मान्यता दी थी. प्रधानमंत्री ने साइन लैंग्वेज को देश को समर्पित किया था और ये एक भाषा के रूप में हमारे विद्यार्थी पढ़ते हैं. लाइक एनी अदर लैंग्वेज, उर्दू, हिंदी, संस्कृत, साइन लैंग्वेज इज वन ऑफ द लैंग्वेज सब्जेक्ट एंड इट इज पार्ट ऑफ इंक्लूजन व्हाट एवर नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी सेज. अब बात होती है, समय कम है, मैं थोड़ी सी बात करूंगी. जैसे मैंने कहा कि हम समस्याओं की बात तो करते ही हैं, समाधान की भी बात करें, बिकॉज वी हैव टू शेप द फ्यूचर. आई हैव डिफरेंट डेटास. India currently has a gross enrollment rate of 26.6% when it comes to higher education. That means for 74% of 18 to 23 age group are not getting access to higher education. That we have to address. As per World Economic Forum, of 13 million people who join India's workforce each year, only 1 in 4 management professionals, 1 in 5 engineers, and 1 in 10 graduates are employable. Even after 75 years of independence, there are disparities, and that NEP talks how to address these disparities. And I'm happy being a part of Apex body, being heading one Apex body, we are into implementation process and things are taking very good shape. NEP also talks about giving proper funds. And National Education Policy 2020 unequally endorses and envisions the substantial increase in public investment in education by both the central government and all state governments to reach 6% of GDP. As far as Ministry of Education is concerned, there has been increase in budget allocation from 99,311.52 crore to 112,89947 crores. So आंकड़े मायने नहीं रखते हैं, मायने नियत रखती है. और कहा भी जाता है बरकत तालीम की होती नहीं, नियत में खोट है. तो मुझे लगता है कि ये एक अमृत काल ऐसा है जिसमें किसी की भी नियत में खोट नहीं है. when I was listening registrar, when I was listening Vanaja ji, I can see कितने इनिशिएटिव मानू में लिए गए. मुझे लगता है कि we will achieve our goal. और NEP जिसकी बात करती है उसमें कुछ इनिशिएटिव्स भी मैं बताना चाहूंगी. रिस्पेक्टेबल प्रोफेसर जगदीश कुमार जी बैठे हैं और उनके लीडरशिप में हम सभी रात दिन लगे हुए हैं. अभी ही परसों स्वयं का हुआ. वी आर ऑल्सो नेशनल कोऑर्डिनेटर्स NCERT एंड NIS स्वयं प्लस एडवांस फॉर्म ऑफ स्वयं मैसिव ऑनलाइन ओपन कोर्सेज, जिसकी मनु भी बात करता है. डिस्टेंस मोड में काफी इनिशिएटिव आपने लिए हैं. कुछ जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन है बहुत अच्छे से बताएंगे, सीनियर हैं, हम सब उनसे सुनते हैं, सीखते हैं. UGC has issued academic collaboration between Indian and foreign higher education institution, one initiative, global initiative for academic networking, GIAN. PM Shri school education भी मैं देखती हूँ, दो NIUS bridge between higher education and school education. PM Shri विद्यालयों का आरंभ हुआ है. निपुण भारत एक बहुत तेजी से शेप ले रहा है. दीक्षा पोर्टल की बात हो रही है और न्यू इंडिया लिटरेसी मिशन अब उल्लास का रूप ले चुका है. कैसे हम लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग की बात करें और जोड़ें. और NIUS को सर्टिफिकेशन का काम मिला है. करीब 36 लाख न्यू लिटरेट और इलिटरेट हैं, उनकी सर्टिफिकेशन की जिम्मेदारी आफ्टर लिटरेसी उल्लास के थ्रू NIUS कर रहा है. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ इनिशिएटिव्स आर बीइंग टेकन. PM ई-विद्या चैनल है, वो चल रहा है. बहुत सारी चैनल्स देश को समर्पित किए गए हैं. टेलीविजन चैनल्स गुजरात में इसका है, जहां पे हम उसके थ्रू सैटेलाइट के थ्रू हम एजुकेशन देते हैं. दीक्षा पोर्टल है. हायर एजुकेशन में इतने सारे काम हो रहे हैं. नेशनल करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क स्कूल एजुकेशन में आ गया है फॉर ऑल लेवल. इट्स बीइंग टीचर एजुकेशन की बात करें तो ITEP है, 1 ईयर है, 2 ईयर है. निष्ठा प्रोग्राम चल रहा है. NDER की बात हो रही है स्कूल एजुकेशन में. नेशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क, I am also part of that committee. Sir is the chairman. नेशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क एक ऐसा फ्रेमवर्क है जो देश की एजुकेशन की दिशा को बदलने वाला है. जो नॉर्मल स्कूलिंग में नहीं है, जो वोकेशनल बहुत साउंड है, एक इंजीनियर से ज्यादा, एक ऑटोमोबाइल इंजीनियर से ज्यादा एक मैकेनिक जो रास्ते में होता है उसको आता है, उसके हुनर को कैसे क्रेडिट में हम डालें, फ्रॉम प्राइमरी क्लासेस अप टू पीएचडी कैसे क्रेडिटफाई करें, और जो ब्रिज है डिफरेंट लेवल्स में, हाउ टू ब्रिज द गैप, दिस नेशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क टॉक्स अबाउट। ये सारे इनिशिएटिव हैं विच आर अलाइंड टू रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी। एकेडमिक बैंक ऑफ क्रेडिट है, करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क की बात हो रही है, मल्टीपल एंट्री एंड एग्जिट की बात हो रही है, ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग हायर एजुकेशन इनटू मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी इंस्टीट्यूशन, दीज आर द थिंग्स स्वयं आई ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, मिनिमम स्टैंडर्ड्स, प्रोफेशनल स्टैंडर्ड्स, पीएचडी की बात हुई। सो इतना सारा किस लिए, व्हाई? अभी भी 3 करोड़ के करीब ड्रॉप आउट्स हैं, हाउ टू मेन स्ट्रीम देम। आप सब शिक्षक, शिक्षा के, टीचर एजुकेशन के स्कॉलर्स भी यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं। आउट ऑफ स्कूल चिल्ड्रन इज टू ब्रिंग मेन स्ट्रीम इज अवर मैंडेट, एनआईओएस का है, साथ ही हाउ टू ब्रिंग देम इनटू हायर एजुकेशन। आज डायरेक्टर डिस्टेंस एजुकेशन से मेरी बात हो रही थी, डीन डिस्टेंस एजुकेशन से, वी हैव डिस्कस मेनी थिंग्स। So teacher education, how to prepare teachers in the classroom जो हिंदुस्तान का फ्यूचर शेप करेंगे, जो कोठारी कमीशन ने कहा था। और फ्यूचर शेप करने के लिए नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020, आई एम हैप्पी कि हम सबकी नियत इस अमृत काल में उस सस्टेनेबिलिटी को लाने का है जिसकी बात ये नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहा है। मुझे लगता है गुफाओं की जो मैंने बात की, कि गुफाओं में जो इंसानी हाथों ने, जिनको आज तक पढ़ा नहीं गया, हड़प्पा और मोहनजोदड़ो भी आगे बढ़ा और उस स्क्रिप्ट को हमने नहीं पढ़ा। देश में 97% मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स हैं जिनको पढ़ा नहीं गया। तो उर्दू विश्वविद्यालय जिस उर्दू की बात करता है उसको बढ़ाने की, भाषाओं के संवर्धन की बात एनईपी करती है, और एनआईओएस न केवल पाली, प्राकृत, पश्तो, फारसी में भी काम कर रहा है, और 8 विदेशी भाषाओं में हम इन सारे इंडियन नॉलेज ट्रेडिशन को भी लाने की बात कर रहे हैं, जो एंशिएंट टाइम से लेके अब तक की बात करता है। तो जुबान को हम जिंदा रखें, तहजीब को जिंदा रखें, और मुझे लगता है तालीम में बरकत ऐसे ही होगी। आई कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट Honorable Vice Chancellor, faculty members, Vanaja ji, all the dignitaries who are present over here. फिर से आप सभी को बधाई, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस। मनु यूं ही दिन दूनी रात चौगनी प्रगति करता रहे, और देश के साथ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और हम सभी यहाँ पे मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन कदम से कदम साथ मिला के चले, और बीइंग अ स्टेक होल्डर ऑफ अकेडमिया हम सब आगे बढ़ें। मंजिल पास खड़ी है, एनईपी के इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का समय है, और आदरणीय जगदीश कुमार जी बैठे हुए हैं। मंजिल पास खड़ी है और मैं थका भी नहीं, फासले और बढ़ा दो कि जुनून जिंदा है अभी। तो let's retain our passion, let's achieve our goal, and by 2030 I think we will be able to achieve our goals which national education policy talks, and 1947 में 2047 में निश्चित रूप से अमृत काल आएगा और हम सब उसका फल चखेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी।
Thank you, ma'am. Such an insightful, informative and motivational speech, and with the touch of a poetic andaz. And बहुत शुक्रिया मैम, बहुत धन्यवाद। And it's an absolute pleasure to welcome a visionary leader whose contributions has significantly impacted the field of education. As the head of the apex regulatory body for higher education of India, Professor Jagdish Kumar sir has been contributorily shaping policies and initiatives that have propelled the education sector forward. So it's with great pleasure we welcome you, sir, and to the National Conference of Shaping the Future of Education at 2047. So your presence here today is a testament to your commitment in advancing education and empowering the next generation of learners. Now I request our OSD1, Professor Shagupta Shaheen ma'am, to present a brief introduction of our chief guest.
Professor M. Jagdish Kumar ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Ainul Hassan Sahab, Chairperson NIOS Professor Roj Sharma, our Registrar, distinguished guests on the dais and off the dais, a very good morning to you. It gives me great pleasure to welcome and introduce Professor M. Jagdish Kumar, who obtained his PhD degree from the Department of Electrical Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, and did his postdoctoral research at the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, University of Waterloo, Canada. Presently, Sir is Chairman, University Grants Commission, and a Professor of Electrical Engineering at IIT Delhi. He served as the 12th Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi from January 2016 to February 2022 and was the chairperson of the NXP established at IIT Delhi by Philips Semiconductors, Netherlands, and is the recipient of the 2013 Award for Excellence in Teaching from IIT Delhi. He is the President of the General Council of the National Assessment and Accreditation Council and member PT of the Telecom Regulatory Body of India. He was the Chairman of the Governing Body of the National Council of Science Museums, Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Professor Kumar specializes in the area of nanoelectronic devices, nanoscale device modeling and simulation, innovative device design, and power semiconductor devices. He's published extensively in the above areas with 3 books, 4 book chapters, and more than 250 publications in referee journals. Professor Kumar is a fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, the National Academy of Sciences, India, and the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, India. He has been awarded the 29th IET Ram Lal Wadhwa Gold Medal for distinguished contribution to the semiconductor device design and modeling field. He also served the first ever ISA-VSI Techno Mentor Award from the India Electronics and Semiconductor Association for being a distinguished academician and researcher. He is the recipient of the 2008 IBM Faculty Award for Professional Achievements. Sir is on the editorial board of several international journals, including the IEEE Journal of the Electron Device Society, and is editor-in-chief of IETE Technical Review. He was an editor of IEEE Transactions on electron devices for 9 years. But at core, Sir is a teacher, and he considers teaching his pride and joy. I would just like to read out some of the feedback that he has received from his students. Students have requested him to take video lessons of the course taught by him to benefit students who don't get a chance to get admission in IIT. And one of the students has commented, is the best course he has attended and never seen a more sincere professor. One student very cheekily commented, what I did like in this course, MJK. IIT Delhi is proud to have a professor like you, and MANUU is privileged to have you here, sir. Thank you.
Professor Syed Ainul Hassan, my dear friend for many years, Professor Istiaq Ahmad, Professor Saroj Sharma, Dean and head of this school, the faculty members, and the students, and many academicians who have come from different educational institutions. My namaskars to all of you. Whenever I attend conferences like this, usually the hall is filled with faculty members and very few students. And today I see the reverse. There are so many students here. And that makes me very, very happy to be talking to you. I was also listening to the information provided by Professor Istiaq Ahmed about the strides made by MANUU, which is very impressive. Whether it is starting new programs or creating wonderful infrastructure, promoting Urdu language, carrying out state-of-the-art research in the university. These are all very, very progressive steps that are being taken in your university, and you must consider yourself privileged to be part of this great university.
Thank you.
I was listening to Professor Sarosh Sharma, and she mentioned many aspects of the national education policy. So I do not have to touch upon those things. Thank you for making my job easier. But I would like to focus on a couple of issues which will be of interest to all of you as youngsters. When so many of you are together here with so much of enthusiasm and energy, it is not unrealistic for me to ask you a question. How are we going to realize a future that all of us want, which is sustainable, healthy, peaceful, and secure? When we want to implement the NEP 2020 and transform the educational system, why are we doing this? Is it to prepare you to become employment ready? Or is it to prepare you to become employers yourself so that you can employ others? But I think we need to go beyond these questions. We need to look at the bigger picture of what is the purpose of education. The purpose of education is to enhance human capacity. And when we enhance the human capacity, it should provide us the intellectual capability to address the question that I have asked you. How can we realize a future that all of us want, which is sustainable, healthy, peaceful, and secure? I want to dwell on a few things which are bothering all of us as human societies across the globe. So when we want to realize such a future for us, we need to look at the complex interactions that take place among four important things. One is the global population and the increasing human needs. The second one is the social and cultural values. And the third one is the human created systems such as the mega cities. And the fourth one is the earth system limitations. There is a complex interaction happening among all these four, and that is what will decide whether we can realize the future that all of us want. If you look at the earth system's limits, for example, how much carbon dioxide can we tolerate in our atmosphere? Parts per million by volume. It is about 350 parts per million by volume. But today we have far exceeded that number. How many species can we lose? Because we also have to maintain the biodiversity of this world. How many species per million per year can we lose? Think about it. Have you ever thought about it? What number comes in your mind? What number comes in your mind? Already we are losing, right? Precisely. We can lose only 10 species per million per year. But as she rightly says, we are losing more than 200 to 300 species per million per year. I'll give you one more. There are several factors, but I will give you one more important one. How much nitrogen can we extract? Million tons per year from the atmosphere. We can extract only 35 million tons per year from the atmosphere, but we have crossed that number. So the earth has certain limitations, and because of our human activities, we are already crossing these limits. So how are we going to build a future that we want to build? This is a question that comes to all of us. And the second one is the growing population. By 2050, we will have close to about 10 billion people on Earth. And then the human needs are also increasing. We want to have clean energy. We want to have clean water. We want to have nutritious food. We want to have several materials also. If you want to build aeroplanes, you want to build houses, you want to build trains, you want to make your cell phones, we need different kinds of materials. So this interaction between population growth and human needs, unending human needs, is also placing a huge challenge in front of us. And as youngsters, you will be staring at this challenge. Long ago, we had to produce more kids because the death rate of kids was very high. Within few weeks of birth, kids used to die, large number of them. So we used to produce 10, 12 kids so that it will balance out with the death rate of the kids, and then we will have a stable population. But today, we have a different situation. We produce lesser kids, but then people are living longer. So the entire population age structure is moving. We have less death rate of the kids, but we have more people living for longer duration. And the other challenge that we have is the differential fertility across the globe. In some countries already, the replacement rate is about 2.1 kids per couple. But the replacement rate has already gone down below 1 in many countries. They are very rich countries like South Korea, many European countries, North America. The replacement rate is below 1. On the other hand, in 30 or 40 countries in the globe, the replacement rate is more than 5. So this uneven growth of population across the globe also is placing a challenge before us as a human society. And then we have the aging population. When you pass out of the colleges, when you take up your professions, these are the challenges that you will face. And this is where you will have to find solutions. That is why I wanted to discuss with you a couple of these things. When you have the aging population, it becomes a huge challenge for us because it's a public health challenge. We need to take care of our older people. It will put a huge pressure on the health system. How do you make our health system accessible and low cost for this aging population? That becomes a major challenge for us. When population is aging, they will go out of job, they will go out of work. As a result of that, the productivity levels will go down, the economic system will get affected. So therefore, how do you ensure that the aging population also is part of the economic growth? Can we redesign our workplaces? Can we provide newer training to this aging population so that they will continue to contribute to the economic growth of our society? Older people may have many ailments. If somebody is having knee problems, can we redesign the workplace in such a way that in spite of the ailments that they have, they can continue to work? These are the challenges that as young people you will face in future. The other challenge that all of us will face is the growing need for energy. We want clean energy. What kind of energy sources we use? Mostly fossil fuels. We use liquids, petroleum, diesel, that is on the top of the chart. And we use solid fuels such as coal, and then the gas, the natural gas, which is supposed to be the cleanest fossil fuel. And then you have the renewable energy resources, you have the nuclear energy. In that order, we consume the fuels today. But our over-dependence on the fossil fuels is also pushing us to break the Earth system limits. And that's the reason why now today we face challenges such as the climate change. So how are we going to address these problems? Often when we talk about energy and water, we think these two are two distinct things. But remember, if you want to produce energy, you also need to use water. If I had to produce, let's say, 1,000 kilowatt hour of power using liquid sources, I need to use 40-50 liters of water to produce that power. If I use biofuels to produce 1,000 kilowatt hour of power, I need to use thousands of liters of water. And on the other hand, if I had to produce clean water, I also need energy. I need to filter that water. I need to transport that water. So I need energy. So these two are interlinked. So you will find a challenge on how to produce this clean energy, how we can slowly move towards renewable energy resources such as the solar energy, wind energy, because they do not contaminate, they do not affect the environment and the atmosphere. So this is going to be a challenge for all of us. What about water? Many of you may not have put much thought about it, but India has only 4% of global fresh water supply. Out of this 4% we use, 80% of that is used for agriculture. So how are we going to provide clean water to every household for their consumption? How are we going to provide water for increasing agricultural needs of our country? This is going to be a major challenge for all of you as young people. My dear students, today public health is becoming a major challenge for all of us. On one side, we have societies which are becoming older. Therefore, we need to come up with better health systems. We, of course, have the vaccines. You have the medicines, drugs, and so on. But our own lifestyle is changing over a period of time. Today, we sit for longer duration. We do not do much physical work. We have become so self-centered with the technology which is coming into our lives. You cannot stop the progress of technology. Newer and newer technological devices will they will come into our lives. But how will you navigate through the usage of this technology while remaining healthy, both physically and mentally? As young people, you may not realize at this time, but as you grow older, 30 years, 40 years, you will see that many lifestyle-related ailments will affect us both mentally and physically, and it will affect our productivity levels. So what are we going to do to make sure that all of us, we will remain hale and healthy? Other challenge that we have is the competitive economic systems that we are building. The economic systems are designed in such a way that we have to overwork. We have to keep our careers on top priority rather than our family, rather than our interpersonal relations. So in the process, what is happening is our own societal and cultural values are changing. Many younger people today, getting married is not the top priority. Postpone it as much as possible so that I grow in my own career. For many women, the issue of gender fairness is a challenge for us. The reproductive functions that women perform, it's a very, very important function. But if a woman goes on, let's say, child care leave for an year or so and then comes back, will she have the same opportunities like her male counterparts at the workplace? Why should she be affected when she is performing such an important role of taking the human societies into the future? Can we make sure that we celebrate the reproductive functions of our women? These are the cultural and societal values, and the interaction with the other parameters that I have told you, all these things will affect how we are going to design our future that we all want, which is sustainable, which is healthy, which is secure and peaceful. And that is the reason why we want to transform our higher educational system. School education and higher educational system, vocational and skill education, all these are important components of our educational system. For too long in our country, we have created such a rigid system that students, they were not provided an ecosystem where they can experiment, where they can build on their inner potential. We have, in fact, not provided any opportunity to them to identify their own potential. Leave aside encouraging them to build on their potential. And this is what we want to change in our educational system today. We want to provide you three important things. Provide freedom, flexibility, and choices. Today, the challenge that we have as a country, because it is one of the biggest educational systems in the world, we have 300 million students, 30 crore students in our system. And that number is going to increase with our goal of achieving a GER of 50% by 2035. So therefore, if you want to build a future that we want, we must ensure that the education that we provide to our students is learning outcomes based. We must ensure that the education that we provide to our students is personalized education. As students, all of you have different cognitive abilities. All of you have different aspirations in your life. You come from different socio-economic backgrounds. One fits all solution will not work. So therefore, we had to provide personalized, individualized education to you. And then, because of the large numbers that we have, this education has to be provided on a mass scale. So unless we achieve these three goals, how can we realize a future that we all want? And the future that we all want has to be based on two things. One, it should be a women-led development. Women should be in the forefront in the future that we would like to see, we would like to build. And it has to be inclusive development. Every cross-section of the society, irrespective of their socio-economic background, should be vehicles, should be catalysts for building this future that all of us want. By 2047, we have set a goal for ourselves to build a fully developed country, Vikasit Bharat. And you're all going to be catalysts. You're all going to be agents of transformation to build such Vikasit Bharat. Let me tell you that today we have 4 pillars of this Vikasit Bharat that we are going to build. That is youth like you, and women, farmers, and the poor. By bringing transformation in our educational system, right from school education to higher education, we need to strengthen all these 4 pillars of our Vikasit Bharat that we all would like to together realize by 2047. And universities such as MANUU will play a significant role. And I have absolutely no doubt, looking at the progress that you are making, that MANUU will play an important role in our nation building. Before I conclude, I also would like to touch upon one important thing. That is promoting our own Indian languages in our educational system. UGC is working on bringing out textbooks in various Indian languages, 12 Indian languages to begin with. And we are forming groups of vice chancellors from across the country so that they can form teams of faculty members and write these textbooks in our Indian languages at the undergraduate level and the postgraduate level. And we will be approaching MANUU, being a great university in promoting Urdu language, we'll be approaching MANUU to form a team of vice chancellors across the country to form a team of academicians across the country who will write high quality textbooks at the UG and PG level in Urdu language. And I hope Professor Hassan will join his hands with us in this effort. I was told that in the afternoon I will have an interaction with the students, and I'm looking forward for that interaction. Please come to the interaction with tough questions, and the questions that you would like to ask, any question that you would like to ask, you can ask me, and I look forward to that interaction. And I would like to thank Professor Hassan for giving me this opportunity to share some of my thoughts. It's a wonderful initiative that you are conducting this 2-day national conference to deliberate on shaping the future of education. Once you shape the future of education, we will shape the future that we want to build. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
At the time of interaction,
Please be seated. Please be seated. You will get the time for interaction. Please be seated. Yeah, thank you, sir, for the thought-provoking speech, and we ensure you that you will think upon or deliberate upon the concern about the sustainable, healthy, secure, and peaceful future, sir. Thank you so much. Now, as we near the conclusion of this session, I would say the enlightening inaugural session, I feel humbled to welcome a visionary leader and an both optimistic leader whose guidance has been involved in the advancement of education at Maulana Azad National Urdu University. The Vice Chancellor of MANUU, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan sir, has been a driving force behind the university's commitment to academic excellence and inclusive education. So, without any further ado, I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor for these concluding remarks. Okay.
in the name of the one who gave us life and wisdom, well respected Professor Jagdish Kumar, Chairman, University Grants Commission, Professor Saroj Sharma, Chairperson, and IOS, distinguished guest participants, girls and boys. Now, you were listening to the discourses, very clear and clean manner. A very sagacious friend, Professor Jagdish Kumar. My acquaintance with Professor Jagdish Kumar goes right up to the time when he was appointed Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. And some of our friends started browsing through his credentials. And then we found that a renowned scientist, an excellent teacher, next door neighbor, just next door IIT. Very glad to know, because this combination is a rare combination. An excellent researcher, scientist, and then a good teacher. So wholeheartedly we welcome. Personally, I learned so many things during my association with Professor Jagdish Kumar. So many things. I enjoyed his company also. And now you must have realized, often we believe that scientists are all the time busy experimenting. They are less concerned and they hardly address human concerns. they hardly address social issues. But today you have seen he has taken up. So let us discard this notion that scientists are not addressing the human issues. Number one. Then coming to NEP 2020. Now, it was, like a basket full of vegetables, and it was placed before him as chairperson, University Grants Commission, to start preparing delicious food. It was a gigantic task, I'm telling you. How he started, you see, that I'm revealing today, see, and he started visiting different higher academic campuses, inviting people, principals, directors, and then the vice chancellors across the country. And then, in order to find the best practices of the campuses, I also participated on many occasions. And then slowly and gradually, he started building up a tempo. Extracting meanings from the campus, combining it with national education policy. In a way, it was a combination of tradition and modernity. How to combine them? Today, almost more than 75% recommendations of national education policy. This university, Maulana Azad National in Urdu University, is able to implement it. And therefore, one should not attribute as if scientists are all the time busy experimenting. Rather, and scientists can't be a good administrator. Now he has proved that a scientist can be a very good administrator, and then discard this theory also. Now with this, I hope that this association, first time he is visiting our campus, and I'm sure this is not his last visit. We need more association. And I hope, as he has already indicated, he will remain with us as long as Maulana Azad National Urdu University and the fraternity exist. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Before the official vote of thanks, it is time to felicitate our guest. So, as a timeless tradition of hospitality, I request Vice Chancellor, sir, to felicitate our guest, Professor Saroj Sharma ma'am and Professor Jagdish Kumar, sir, with a memento as the token of appreciation. Yeah. Professor Jagdish Kumar, sir. A big round of applause, please. Professor Saroj Sharma ma'am, I would request Registrar, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So as we come to the closing of this enriching conference inaugural session, it's our proud to have with us our dear Head of the Department of Education and Training, Professor Shaheen Sheikh, who will deliver the vote of thanks before I request ma'am. We all know that ma'am's dedication and her exemplary leadership have been paved way in shaping the academic excellence of our department, and her passion and her commitment to excellence serve as inspiration to us all. We are honored to have here today to express our gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of this inaugural session. So I take pleasure to invite Professor Shaheen Sheikh to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sumi. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Jagdish Kumar Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, our guest speaker for today, Saroj Sharma Ma'am, Dean, School of Education and Training, Professor Vanaja Ma'am, OSD 1, Professor Shagufta Shaheen Ma'am, and OSD 2, Professor Siddiqui Mohammad Mahmood Sir, all the dignitaries or heads, deans, directors, heads, and faculty and students of the dais. A very good afternoon and assalamu alaikum to all of you. True success is not achieved by individual efforts. It is always a team effort, and no one who achieves success does so without acknowledging the help of others. And the success of this program is because of the help and cooperation of a number of people whom we would like to acknowledge today. I deem it a great privilege to propose the vote of thanks at the inaugural session of this national seminar on shaping the future of education at 2047. First and foremost, a humble thanks to the Lord God Almighty for giving us the courage and spirit to organize this seminar. His blessings have turned this program into a success. I would like to thank our VC sir, Syed Ainul Hassan sir, because they say that a leader has the capacity to turn vision into reality. And sir, it is only because of you and your efforts that we were able to make today's program a success and a reality. So a big thank you, sir. A special thanks to our chief guest, Professor UGC Chairman, Professor M. Jagdish Kumar Sir, because for his presence over here, because this day will be remembered in the history of MANUU as it is the first time that a UGC Chairman has graced an occasion. So thank you, sir, for your presence and honoring us with your presence over here. Thank you, sir. I also extend a sincere thanks to our guest speaker of today's function, Professor Saroj Sharma ma'am, for sparing her valuable time and being with us today in this national seminar. And here's hoping for a future collaboration with MANUU. Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring and motivating speech. I'm also thankful to the Registrar Sir, Sheikh Ishtiaq Ahmed Sir, who has helped us at each and every step in the organization of this program. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to our OSD 1, Professor Shagufta Shaheen ma'am, and OSD 2, Professor Siddiqui Mohammad Mahmood Sir, for their unstinting support and guidance throughout the organization of this program. A warm thank you to the Dean, Professor Vanaja ma'am, because without her cooperation and help, this program would not have been possible. I also extend a thanks to all the deans, directors, HODs, and faculty members, because you have always been supporting us and motivating us with your gracious presence at every function of ours. Thank you all. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months in advance. And I am fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated, dedicated, and hardworking faculty members who have executed each and every task allotted to them to perfection. I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of them individually, but due to constraint of time, I extend a collective thanks to all the faculty members of the Department of Education and Training and also the non-teaching staff members for doing their work and making this program a success. A sincere thanks to our panelists of the panel discussion that will be held tomorrow in advance. of course, and the chairpersons of technical sessions. We have two chairpersons over here, Srinivas Rao sir and Brunalini madam, who are here, Anuradha madam, who are here for the technical session chair. So thank you, ma'am, for your presence over here, and thank you, sir, for your presence over here. Thanks to all the participants of the national seminar for being here and making this particular program a success. And let me tell you that we have almost 125 participants who have registered for this seminar from all over India. So thanks to all of them. A heartfelt thanks to all my students of ITEP, DLED, BEd, MEd, and PhD who are here and very eagerly participating in this program. Thank you all. I also extend a thanks to IMC for their technical support and CSIT and CIT for providing us with all the infrastructure. Thanks to Sumi for her wonderful comparing. She has added to this particular program's success. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness that they have expressed to take on tasks beyond their comfort zones. And if it is true that time is money, then I think all the members present over here have spent millions for us and hope you get back that much in return. Thanks one and all for making this program a success. Thank you.
So with that, we are concluding the inaugural session. So please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे